Fiza. Fiza is there in the class? Fiza. Chalo. Answer करो बड़ा Fiza. Probability of B. Okay, which is equal to 6 by 11. Bada. This is the against. So odds bada will be odds. It will be बड़ा 5:2. चेक करो ये आंसर मैंने जो लिखा है बड़ा 5:11. इट इज राइट. ये जो आंसर बड़ा लिखा है मैंने 5:11. ओके, तो व्हाट इज द करेक्ट आंसर इज द करेक्ट आंसर इज 5:6. ओके, चलो ये भी रिवाइज हो गया. ओके, तो यहाँ तक कोई डाउट है किसी को? प्रोबेबिलिटी का जो पार्ट है बेटा वो हम लोग ने रिवाइज कर लिया, सारे फॉर्मूलाज रिवाइज कर लिए. दिशा, दिशा, wishing you about many happy returns of the day. Chalo. Now we'll proceed with the second part, which is called to be as the random variable. है ना? A variable which can take any of the values depending upon the outcome of a random experiment. It is being called to be as a random variable. तो चलो फटाफट जरा एक आंसर दे दो. रैंडम वेरिएबल, it is denoted by using capital X. It is denoted by using capital X, whereas the values of a random variable, they are been denoted by using the small x. Chalo, ready? Chalo, ready? Next, random variable, it is denoted by using a capital Y, whereas the values of a random variable, they have been denoted by using a small y. And when we talk about a random variable, तो फटाफट मुझे बताओ random variable, they are of how many types? Random variable, they are of how many types? Random variable, yes, they are of two types. Which are the two types? Which are the two types? One which is been called to be as a continuous random variable. One which is being called to be as a continuous random variable, whereas other is called to be as a discrete random variable. One is a continuous random variable and other one is a discrete random variable. Continuous and discrete, continuous and discrete. What a continuous random variable means? Continuous random variable means a variable which can take any of the values without any restriction. That means a variable which can take the value even in decimal point also, then such type of variable it is being called to be as continuous random variable. Why? When we talk about the term discrete. So tell me something about the discrete random variable, a variable which will take only the complete values, or it will take only the integral values. Then such type of variable it is being called to be as a discrete random variable. चलो फटाफट मुझे बताओ कि yes, what are the examples? Examples of a continuous random variable. Aja, it can be the height, weight, speed, distance, time. हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता? चलो, very good. What are the examples of a discrete random variable? It can be the number of students in a class, number of family members, whatever number of defective items manufactured in the classroom. Hello, correct. Number of floors, barabar, very good. So these are some of the examples which belongs to discrete random variable, which belongs to discrete random variable. चलो आगे. But when we talk about the term random variable, do you know how to find the probability of a random variable? How to find the probability of a random variable? Do you know that? चलो चलो सब लोग रेडी हो? अब मुझे ये बताओ कि when the two coins when they are being tossed, when they are being tossed, in which
पढ़ाई के लिए मेहनत तो सब करते हैं, लेकिन स्मार्ट स्टडी कौन करता है? प्री एग्जाम ऐप के साथ बनाइए अपनी तैयारी सुपर स्मार्ट। प्री एग्जाम ऐप देता है वाइड रेंज के एग्जाम्स की तैयारी, जैसे जी, नीट, कैट, सीए फाउंडेशन, सीएस सीट, बैंकिंग, रेलवे, एसएससी, एमबीए एंट्रेंस, एसवाईजेसी, कॉम, टीवाईबी कॉम और भी बहुत कुछ। चैप्टर वाइज टेस्ट्स एंड मॉक टेस्ट्स, डिटेल्ड परफॉर्मेंस एनालिसिस, और अब तैयारी होगी एकदम परफेक्ट। कहीं भी कभी भी पढ़ाई करें, और एक विशाल क्वेश्चन बैंक आपकी तैयारी को बनाए आसान। इंस्टेंट इवैल्यूएशन से तुरंत जानिए अपनी परफॉर्मेंस और पाएं पर्सनलाइज्ड फीडबैक। तो अब देरी किस बात की? प्री एग्जाम ऐप डाउनलोड करें और अपने नाम से रजिस्टर्ड करें, और एक विशाल क्वेश्चन बैंक बिल्कुल फ्री, और अपनी सफलता की कहानी लिखें। लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में है। प्री एग्जाम ऐप स्मार्ट तैयारी का साथी।
in which x represents the number of heads, x represents the number of heads. मुझे बताओ बड़ा कि what are the set of values which will be taken by x. चलो फटाफट x जो है बड़ा वो कौन से वैल्यूज लेगा when two coins are tossed बड़ा। ट्राई करोगे बड़ा, तुम लोग ट्राई करोगे, बताओगे आंसर फटाफट। X is a random variable which will take the values like 0, 1, 2. बराबर, वेरी गुड, परफेक्ट। चलो बेटा, तो इसका मतलब बेटा तुम लोग प्रोबेबिलिटी बेटा फाइंड कर सकते हो। चलो स्टार्ट बेटा। देयरफॉर प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ x is equal to 0, which is equal to p of 0, चलो which will be equal to probability of getting better no heads. Answer will be better 1 by 4. Probability of x is equal to 1, which is equal to p of 1, which is equal to 2 by 4. Later on reducing, but the answer will become to 1 by 2. Probability of x is equal to 2 is equal to p of 2, and that answer will become equal to 1 by 4. चलो पहुंचिए बड़ा यहाँ तक सब लोग। This is how we found or we calculate the probability of a random variable. The logic is exactly the same. The logic वही यूज किया था हम लोग ने कि probability is equal to number of favorable outcome to the total outcomes. Probability, it is a ratio. रेशियो बोला बेटा, क्या बोला मैंने, रेशियो। इट इज अ रेशियो ऑफ द नंबर ऑफ फेवरेबल आउटकम्स to the total outcomes. It is a ratio of the number of favorable outcomes to the total outcomes. चलो रेडी। नेक्स्ट बेटा, we have studied about the probability distribution. चलिए देख भाई, चलो बड़ा मुझे बताओ प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन क्या होता है। चलो फटाफट कौन बताएगा मैडम, व्हाट इज अ प्रोबेबिलिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मैडम। यहाँ पे तुम लोग ने देखा होगा कि इफ x is a random variable and P is the corresponding probability. Very good. Values of x, it will be x1, x2, x3, dot dot dot, it will be xn. This is p1, p2, p3, dot dot dot, pn. When all the values of x, when they are being represented along with its probability, so it is being called to be as probability distribution. चलो बेटा, अब फटाफट मुझे बताओ when we talk about the term probability distribution, so probability distribution, they are of how many types? Probability distribution, they are of how many types? Correct. Which are the two types? One which is being called to be as EMF, probability mass function, and other it is being called to be as PDF, which is called to be as the probability density function, probability mass function, and probability density function. These are the two types. These are the two types. The two types of probability distribution. These are the two types of the probability distribution. अच्छा भाई लोग मुझे जरा ये बताओ कि व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस इन द प्रोबेबिलिटी मास फंक्शन एंड प्रोबेबिलिटी डेंसिटी फंक्शन. पता है बेटा तुम लोग को दोनों के बीच में बड़ा क्या डिफरेंस है? When we talk about the term probability mass function, the probability mass function means what? When a discrete random variable, when a discrete random variable, when it is been represented along with its probability, along with its probability, so it is being called to be as a probability mass function. But when a continuous random variable, when a continuous random variable, when it is been represented along with its probability, so it is being called to be as probability density function. And when we talk about the properties of probability mass function and the properties of probability density function, with respect to the mass function, with respect to the mass function, zero is less or equal to P of x and P of x is less or equal to 1, which is always a true, which is always a true. And the second property which we have studied, that was a sum of all the probabilities. Answer is always equal to 1. For the given PDF, we have learned that a given function always it should be greater or it should be equal to 0. F of x, it should be greater or equal to 0. And second one, we studied that if integral from minus infinity to plus infinity f of x dx, answer will be always equal to 1. Answer will be always is equal to 1. चलो यहाँ तक पहुंचे सब लोग, नोट कर रहे हो सब, या तो बड़ा उसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो सब लोग फटाफट. चलो नेक्स्ट, very important term which comes to expected value of a random variable. But expected value of a random variable, it was been denoted by using expected value of a random variable. It is denoted by e of x, and that e of x, it is equal to summation of p into x. So what we have learned, the expected value of a random variable, expected value of a random variable, it has been defined to be as the sum, it has been defined to be as the sum of the product, it has been defined to be as the sum of the product of a random variable, and its corresponding probability. Sum of a random variable and sum of the product of a random variable and its corresponding probability. Therefore, we have learned that E of x is equal to summation of p into x. चलो बच्चा लोग मुझे फटाफट बताओ. For finding the value of E of x, you will require how many values?